Hey everyone, my name is Brandon. I'm one of the solutions consultants here with Extraprise. In this video, we will be demonstrating how ServiceNow can help nonprofit organizations streamline and automate their HR service delivery operations. Extraprise has created quick start implementation programs specifically for nonprofits to streamline processes, improve service delivery, and enhance the overall experience for employees and communities served. In this demo, we're starting off logged in as Amanda McFarlane. She can be seen as a customer service rep. So whether Amanda is on the weekend on her couch or at her son's soccer game, she can log into the Now mobile app and she can do a lot of different functionality within the app, such as submit different cases or tickets. She can browse the knowledge base articles and just brush up on any information that she needs to learn about, and she can also look at previous tickets and cases that she's submitted in the past. In this case, let's go over and see different cases at our disposal. So we can go to services here at the top. This will take us to the service catalog section. From here, we can browse the different sections as needed. We can see recent services that we've looked at in the past. In this case, we're going to go to the benefits service catalog section so we can look at the HR catalog. From here, let's use the example that Amanda needs to submit for leave of absence. We can scroll down to that section. Again, these are all pre-built catalogs within the system. Once they're built, they can be uploaded to the Now mobile app. And these are all role-based, so depending on who is logged in and what roles they have, they'll be able to see certain catalog items. From here, we can go to request leave of absence. Once we click on this, Amanda can fill out the form. I do want to point out that these forms and fields can be completely configured and customized as needed. In this case, we need to fill out the start and end date of when we're requesting leave of absence. Once we have that information here, we can also add an attachment if we need to. In this case, we'll go ahead and submit this leave of absence form. Once we submit this, we do receive an HR case number, so we can reference back as needed. Let's go ahead and close out of this. From here, going back to the home screen, if we scroll down, we can see different requests that we've submitted in the past. Here we can see that HR case ending in 5-4 at the top is now here under My Requests. So any requests or tickets that we've previously submitted, those will show up here so we can get transparency and refer back as needed. Going back, we can also, as I mentioned, browse the different knowledge base articles as needed. In this case, let's say that Amanda wanted to learn more about benefits. She could click on this benefits overview knowledge base article, similar to how you would see on the native UI view of the ServiceNow instance. Amanda can also come in and browse this knowledge base article. She can see who the author was, how long ago it was uploaded, how many views it has, if it has any ratings, what those ratings are. And she can scroll down and read this knowledge base article as needed. We can add different links, different attachments, pictures, images, videos to this knowledge base article if we need to. We can also rate whether this article was helpful or not to us. This is where predictive intelligence and artificial intelligence begin to come in. There's a lot of different options and capabilities for knowledge base articles to be ingested into different scenarios. So as this article is being rated very well, it's more likely that this will be recommended in future scenarios for agents and employees or end users as well. Overall, the Now mobile app is very intuitive for Amanda to use. The functionality and the interface of the Now mobile app is very similar to what Amanda is used to on other apps. So it's very easy for her to navigate around and find the information that she needs in a very seamless fashion. Switching gears, I am now logged in as Brandon. In this case, he can be seen as a manager for the organization. Once we're logged in here, we are in the Employee Service Center. The Employee Service Center really allows employees to interact with their company, get information, and get help for different requests that they have. Within this centralized portal, we can really house a lot of different information for our employees. We can offer a wide range of different products and services. We can have the service catalog where we can offer our employees options to order different hardware, different software, submit cases, and browse the knowledge base as well. And there's a lot of other self-service ticket deflection opportunities that we have at our disposal as well. We can come in here and search for something specific if we know what we're looking for. So again, this can all be configured and customized, this whole page on the Employee Service Center, whether it's the branding, whether it's the widgets, whether it's the data underlying the widgets, the different forms, everything is completely customizable, and it can also be tailored to the specific needs of the logged in user. So depending on the roles and permissions of who's logged in, we can have different information and different widgets that are relevant to their day-to-day needs to help them perform their jobs quicker and more efficiently. If we click on request something, we can go into the service catalog. This is where Brandon, as the manager, he could submit his own tickets if he needs to. If he needs to look at something with employee onboarding, he could click on this service catalog, and from here he can fill out the relevant information and submit a ticket. We can also browse the knowledge base. So if we go in under here, we can look for specific knowledge base articles that are relevant to our needs. In this case, they're categorized, so it's very easy to access these. Again, if we have questions on billing or payments, we can go into these different categories and find the information that we need very quickly. So for example, we can go back into a knowledge base article, in this case, that same one that we saw earlier. Again, we can rate if this is helpful or not and give it 1 to 5 stars, and also post a comment if we have permissions to do so. Going back to the home screen here, as the manager, Brandon is managing multiple different employees, and he has different tasks that he has to perform, different approvals, different just general tasks that he might have to do on his day-to-day schedule. So up here we see this My Tasks section. If we click on this, we can see my to-dos for the day. In this case, there was an approval request for one of our employees who's taking leave of absence. So as we saw earlier in the Now mobile app, we can request for different options like leave of absence. In this case, this is getting redirected to Brandon. From here, we can choose to whether we want to approve or reject this. In this case, we will approve it. And as we can see here, if we go to the completed section, we can see a list of the to-dos that were completed by Brandon in the past. Going back to the home screen here, moving down, we also have different customized and tailored widgets. So these are different tickets that are filtered by the logged in user. Another great self-service resolution, ticket deflection possibility that we can leverage on the Employee Service Center is the virtual agent chatbot. So in the bottom right corner, we have this widget here. If we click on this, it'll expand the virtual agent chatbot. From here, we have a couple different options of how we can interact with the virtual agent. We can type in a specific keyword or certain sentence, and using natural language understanding, the virtual agent chatbot will come back with relevant information regarding the input that we submitted. What we can also do is use the pre-built conversation topic blocks. If we click on Show Me Everything, these are pre-built conversations that we build on the back end based on different input we receive from the end user. The virtual agent chatbot will provide different information relevant to the selections made by the end user. In this case, let's say the manager, in this case Brandon, he needs to request time off. He can go directly to that topic block and select request time off. From here, again, all of these options are completely configurable depending on what you want the virtual agent chatbot to provide information on. In this case, we're selecting what dates we want to request time off for. So we'll select the start date. After that, it's asking us how many days are we requesting off. In this case, we'll say 5. After we input that information, it's going to ask us if we can confirm the dates that we are requesting off. And then we can have different approvals automatically routed to different individuals within the organization. We can also contact a live agent if one is available at any point in the conversation while talking to the virtual agent. And if we do so, that whole conversation thread will be carried over to the live agent so that they can see and get context into the conversation before they picked up this interaction. Another great feature I wanted to show on the Employee Service Center is the forums. In this case, let's say, Brandon as the manager, he wants to browse the different forums and find different information from other people's experience on something specific. So here, if we go to the forums, we can see the different types of forums that we can access. Here we can go to the home page. From here, we can look up specific topics if we're looking for something specific. In this case, let's say that we have an employee who's not able to log into their instance, and as the manager, we want to help them resolve this issue. We can submit certain keywords to bring up certain forums, or we can browse all of the forums we have access to down here. So in this case, here we see a forum that someone created that says unable to log into the instance. We can click on this and find the original post, and then we can also have people submit accepted solutions. So once an original post is created, another person can come in and hopefully provide information that will help resolve their issue, and then the original user who submitted their post can accept if the solution was helpful or not. People within the organization can also get different points. It's a gamification setup, so the more helpful and the more posts that people within the organization have that are helpful to people's issues, they can receive points. So it really encourages people within the organization to provide helpful information to the different issues that are happening within the forums. Switching gears again, I'm now logged in as John Jason, who can be seen as the HR specialist. John, in this case, as the HR specialist, is responsible for supporting many of the questions that come in regarding HR. Here we're logged in under the HR workspace dashboard. This is the main centralized location that John, as an HR specialist, can come and find all of the relevant information that he needs to help him resolve these HR cases as they come in. Here is the home screen dashboard. In this case, John can add all of the relevant widgets and data that he needs to see based on his personalized needs and the job tasks that he's performing, so he can stay up to date and informed right when he logs in on his home screen. In this case, we can see examples of higher priority cases that are coming in. We can see these little widgets that show different HR cases that have been opened, how long ago their SLAs have been breached, for example. All of this information and these widgets and data can be customized. Just wanted to show some examples of what this would look like. And these are also drillable, so we can click on any one of these HR cases and be redirected to that specific case, and then John from there can continue to work. If we go under this tab here, the list tab, this is where we can access all of the different tickets that we have access to as John. And here we see we're filtering by the newest that are created. We can see this HR case ending in 5-4. This is the HR case that we submitted as Amanda McFarlane at the beginning of this video on the Now mobile app. So we can click in and drill into this HR case. As the HR specialist, again, John's going to be handling a lot of these HR cases that are coming in. Once we click on that HR case, we are redirected to the form view of this case. Here we can see information such as the title of the case, different information about what the case is about, who the subject person was, who submitted the case. This is in a tabular format, so it's really designed to help John, as the HR specialist, streamline this process of managing multiple different cases coming in. Here under this details tab, this is going to give John all of the relevant information about the HR case that was submitted. We can see different information, all the information that we need to carry over from the Now mobile app from Amanda when we submitted this case can be carried over to this form as well. So John doesn't have to go back and re-put information if he doesn't need to, if Amanda already put that in when she submitted the HR case. We can also see other relevant information. So if there's other cases opened by this specific user, in this case Amanda, we can see those different HR cases and also drill into those as well. If there's any specific task SLAs that are tied to these HR cases, we can also go in and view those SLAs as well, so we can stay organized. And if there's other similar cases tied to this HR case, we can also see those here as well. In this case, we have 3 different cases regarding leave of absence, the one that we have open, and then these 2 here. So if there's any similar cases, in some cases, this could help John resolve this specific HR case if he can get some context into previously submitted cases or tickets in the past. That's going to do it for this video. We hope you guys enjoyed the demo and found it helpful. For more information, please visit www.extraprise.org or email us at np@extraprise.org. Thank you.